Inshallah. So we mentioned in the last lesson how to say good night, and this is where we stop at. So we say tusbihun al khayr. So it depends on who we are talking about, or it depends on who we are talking to. So tusbihun is a plural. Let's remember that. So I noticed that in the assignment I gave, we said idhab ila, go to your bedroom. idhabu ila غرفتي إلى غرفة نومك, and then we say good night. So we assume that we are talking to one person, and then the subject will change from being a plural to being a singular. So we say تصبح على الخير because we assume we are talking to a male and a singular male. So تصبحون على الخير, it's talking to a lot of people. And we can easily know this from our Jam'u al-Mudhakkar Salim. Remember that we talked about sound masculine plural, and that shows that we had waw and nun, to make it plural. And so it happens to verb also. It happens to verb also where we have waw and nun to denote that we are talking to plural masculine. So if you are talking to a singular person, it's a tusbihu ala al-khayr. تصبح على الخير. Now let's run a quick quiz right now. What if I'm talking to a female? I'm telling a female that good night. So how do I say that to a female? Yes, who's gonna answer that? I'm saying I want to tell a female good night. Yes, please. How do we tell a female good night?
تصبحنا.
Okay, that is plural. That's plural, but that's correct anyway, because if we are talking to a female, plural female, but we want to talk to a singular female. We want to say to a singular female good night.
تصبحين.
بارك الله فيك. تصبحين على الخير. That's a good one. So before plural female, we say تصبحن على الخير. Okay, بارك الله فيك. That makes sense. So we move on from here, inshallah. So in this page, we have different images, with their names. Now we have ثلاثة, خمسة, and سبعة. So let's quickly run how to count numbers from 1 to 10. So 1 is actually 1. واحد. واحد, that's 1. And اثنان is 2. اثنان. So, and then we can have, let's look at it from both masculine and feminine aspect. So واحد, واحدة. واحد, واحدة. اثنان, اثنتان. Okay, I'm going to change the So واحد واحد واحدة. Okay, واحد and then with the ta. اثنان. All right, اثنان, then we have what? اثنتان. 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 Okay. So for three we say ثلاث. ثلاث and what? ثلاثة with a ta. Okay, let's write it. So for four we say أربع أربعة. All right, أربع, and we have a ta for feminine. You say أربعة. Now for five, خمس. Yeah, خمس, and then the masculine, the feminine will be what? خمسة. خمسة. How about six? ست. ست. ستة. ست ستة. For seven we say سبع. Yeah, سبع سبعة. سبع سبعة. How about eight? Can someone try to say eight? How do we say eight?
ثمان.
Again, please. Again.
ثمان.
Okay, ثمان and
ثمانية.
okay.
ثمانية.
Okay, you have tried Barakallahu Fik. However, it's not ثمان. It is ثمان. ثمان and then ثمانية. 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 It has that kasra because it's a kind of verb that is called manqus. There's a verb that is called the kind of noun that's called manqus. We have maqsur and manqus. Manqus is a kind of noun that hence in ya وقبله أو وقبله مقصور يعني وقبله كسرة. The ending of the word a maqsur hence in ya, and before the last letter is a kasra. So this is a kind of a verb you have, a kind of noun of such. So if you have it in the rafq, in the ma'rifa case, it's gonna be athamani. Okay. However, athamani, this is how it ends. Can you see that? So that is it ends in this year. So that's what we have there. And then if it is in the rafa case, it's going to end in the ya. This is the ya we're talking about. But when you have it in the nakra form, the ya goes away, and then you have this kasra remaining. And that's why we have thamanin. And then when you had the ta, the ya comes back. So it becomes thamaniya. So let's think of that. Become thamaniyatun. Now if that is taken. The ninth, how do you say 9? How do we say 9?
تسعة.
Okay. 9 will be, you said tis'a and tis'atun.
تسع.
Okay, yes.
تسع.
Okay, good. Tis'un wa tis'a. Brother Adam, you are not talking. Can we hear from you as well? So we have tis'un and tis'atun. Okay, tis'un, tis'atun. How about 10? Brother Adam, your turn. How do you say 10? No, we can't hear you. Okay, I guess that I have an idea of what you are trying to say, but I think your network is always very bad. We don't hear you when you speak. Please work on that, please. Okay. So please start to work on that. 1 second. So now 10. So we say عشرون. عشرون. And then the family will be عشرة. عشرون عشرة. Take note of the shin. For masculine, the shin has a sukun, and then when it comes to feminine, the shin takes a fatha. عشرون عشرة. عشرون عشرة. So usually, and sometimes you can find عشرة as well. You can find the shin having a sukun. Everything is jaiz, is possible. So عشرون, عشرون عشرة or عشرون عشرة. So with the ta, for the feminine, you can have the shin having a fatha. The shin may have a fatha, it may have a sukun. All of that are possible. But most commonly, you have the fatha there. عشرون عشرة عشرون عشرة. All right, now, so please, that is 1 to 10. However, when it comes to counting, when you have something to count, you want to say 2 students, 1 student, 3 students, 4 students, and so on and so forth. That is where and when you alternate something, the gender will be alternated. So we are going to talk more about that. So the gender will be what? Will be alternated when it comes to that. Now, let's quickly look at how to at least count. Okay, let's look at how to say 1 student, 2 student. So when you are counting, 2 things must be in your mind: the number and the thing you are counting. The number and the thing you are what? You are counting. Hence, in counting, 2 things are involved. You have the added, yeah. You have the added. That's the number 1 thing, and you have the ma'dud. You have the ma'dud. You have added and ma'dud. Please let's take note of those 2 things when you are counting. Now, let's say 1 student. We want to say 1 student. So we say talibun. Talib is student, right? Talibun wahid. Talibun wahid. That's 1 student. And then for feminine, what do we have? Yes, for feminine, what do we have? How do we count it?
طالبة واحدة.
All right. طالبة واحدة. طالبة واحدة. Okay, good. Now we want to say 2 students. So in this case, we have the added, wahid, ma'dud, wahid, and talib. So we can say talibun, and we can remove the wahid. You can say just talibun, talibatun. So you may not necessarily put wahid in this case. So you can just say talibun, talibatun. 1 student is understood easily. Now for 2 students, we want to say talibani, right? We've talked about how to make singular go, how to make a singular noun go plural, go dual. So he said talibani. Is that right? So talibani, talibani ifnani. Talibani ifnani. Are we together? Talibani ifnani. Talibani ifnani. All right. So, Sister Motia, how do we say this is for masculine? How do we say for feminine?
طالبتان إثنات.
No, talibatani,
إثنتان.
Yes. طالبتان اثنتان. طالبتان طالب طالبتان طالبتان اثنتان. Okay, طالبتان اثنتان. Okay, so that's what we have for 2 students. So that's how easy it is for 1 and 2 students. طالب واحد, طالبة واحدة, طالبتان, طالبان اثنان, طالبتان اثنتان. So you may not, for 1 and 2, you may remove your wahid and ithnan. You can just say طالب طالبان, طالبة طالبتان. That's enough. You may not necessarily put wahid and ithnan there. Okay, except for emphasis. Now, let's now go to 3. When you want to count from 3, it's now a little bit different. Okay, are we following, please? For 3 students now, we want to say 3 students. For 3 students, your number will come first. The number will come first. So Adad will come first. Now, it now depends on who you are counting. You want to count 3 students, and those students are masculine. Take note of this. Masculine, okay, represented by M. So we want to say 3 students. 3 students. All right. So in English as well, the number comes first, 3 students. So the one we are counting comes after. So now in Arabic, so we are counting. Let's not forget that we want to count masculine. 3 students, 3 male students. Now you go like this. Your number will come first. Now, ثلاثة. ثلاثة. So, in this case, students. The plural will come. What's the plural of طالب?
Love.
Yeah. طلاب. So, ثلاثة طلاب. ثلاثة طلاب. Is there anything wrong in what we've said? Does anyone have a concern with these numbers and we say ثلاثة طلاب and we are counting masculine?
No.
There's nothing wrong, right?
Yes.
Shouldn't the ثلاثة be ثلاث? Because we are counting masculine. So why do we have to use ثلاثة? So we don't have any concern, right? Do you think it's correct?
I think it's correct.
Okay. Now, if you think it's correct, then it is correct actually. Now, when you are counting from 3, you alternate the gender of your number and the gender of your ma'dud. ثلاثة is the adad, is our number. So when your ma'dud is masculine, then your adad must be feminine. So طلاب. Take note, بالنسبة إلى مفرده. طلاب, you go back to, you look at what is the masculine, what is the singular. What's the singular of that word? Is talib, and talib is masculine. Talib is masculine. So masculine, ma'dud, this is ma'dud and is masculine. ثلاثة will be feminine. So what are we saying? If your ma'dud, take note of this principle, if the ma'dud is masculine, then the adad will be feminine. And that's the first thing. Take note, we are counting from 3 to 10 now, from 1 to 10. This is a principle and a rule that is applicable to counting from 1 to 10. Now, especially from 3 to 10 now, because this is where the thing comes to alternation. Now, the adad will be the opposite of the gender of the ma'dud. So ma'dud is masculine, so your gender will be feminine. Your adad, your number will be feminine. So that's why we say ثلاثة طلاب. And secondly, the relationship between the adad and the ma'dud are idafa. Those are the things you need to take note. Idafa. ثلاثة طلاب. ثلاثة is مضاف and طلاب is مضاف إليه. And the third thing is that your adad, your ma'dud will be nakira. It's going to be nakira. So we say طلاب. ثلاثة طلاب. Okay. Now, who's going to do 3 female students? 3 female students. This is 3 male students. ثلاثة طلاب. So who's going to try 3 female students? Yes, 3 female students.
ثلاث طالبات.
Okay. ثلاث طالبات. So we say ثلاث. So we have ثلاث طالبات. ثلاث طالبات. Okay, ثلاث طالبات. Now that's what we have here. Okay, so it will be easy from here. So how do we say 4 students? Masculine and feminine. This is the Mudia. 4 students.
No idea. I don't.
Yeah. What did you say?
I've not yet understood the concept.
The concept. Okay, I think you joined late.
I joined late.
Okay, so we are counting numbers. We are counting adad and ma'dud. I mean, we are counting things. Say, for example, you want to say 1 student, 2 students, 3 students, 4 students, 5 students, until 10 students. Or you want to count cars. 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars, 5 cars, until 10 cars. So that is counting. So we want to look at the concept, or we are looking at the concept of counting in Arabic. So I believe you're able to see when we said 1 student and 2 students. Were you able to see? I think you joined that, right? You're there. When we say
Yes.
1 student, 2 students. Okay, good. Now, what is now confusing is when we get to 3 students. Now, the principle for 3 students, you want to say from 3 to 10 students. Take note of this principle. From 3 to 10 students. Your adad and ma'dud is what you have to work on in this case. Your adad and ma'dud, you have to work on them. What is adad? Adad is the number part of your counting. Ma'dud is the object you are counting. So 3 students, and you want to make them masculine. Your number, take note of this principle first. From counting from 3 to 10, your number will be the opposite of the ma'dud in gender. Your number will be the opposite of ma'dud in gender. When you talk about gender, then your adad will be the opposite of it. It's the opposite of your ma'dud. Now let's take a look at it. 3 students. 3 students. Now, your adad is this 3. 3 is added, that is number. And students is a ma'dud, the one you are counting. Is it clear until that stage?
Yes.
Okay, now let's come to Arabic now. Okay, before we go, 3 students. We mentioned that the number will alternate. It will always be in the different gender as your ma'dud. So student is masculine. We are counting masculine. Then your number will be feminine. And if the student is feminine, then your number will be what?
Masculine.
Yes, your number will be masculine when you come to Arabic now. So it's always been this manner. Student, masculine, number, feminine. Student, feminine, number, masculine. And we have looked at how to say the two in numbers, masculine and feminine numbers. Okay. Now let's come to the Arabic part of it now. We want to say student, 3 students. The student we are counting are masculine. So we say ثلاثة. Okay. ثلاثة طلاب.
طلاب.
Yeah. طلاب. ثلاثة طلاب. So, because طلاب is masculine, with respect to you look at the singular for you to be easy for you. You look at it, what is the singular? The singular, what's the gender of the singular? That is the mufrad is masculine, good. Then your number will be feminine. That's why we say ثلاثة طلاب. And one thing that you need to take note when you are counting from 3 to 10, number one, after understanding that the gender will alternate. The second point that you need to understand is that the number and the adad and the ma'dud, they will have a idafa relationship. Idafa relationship. That's number 2. Number 3 is that your ma'dud, that is the one you are counting, it will be nakira. Tullabin. Isn't it nakira? Number 4 thing that you need to take note is that it will be plural. Your ma'dud will be plural. Your ma'dud will be what? Will be plural when you are counting from 3 to 10. So those are the 4 points you need to take note. The first point is the gender will alternate. They'll be opposite one another. So you have what is called ta'arubu al-jins. Ta'arubu al-jins, the alternation of the gender. Number 2, the relationship between the adad and ma'dud. This is adad. I mentioned it. Write it, please, if you've not written adad. And the one you are counting is ma'dud. Now, the adad and ma'dud, they will alternate in gender. That's one. Number 2, they have idafa relationship. Idafa relationship. Adad is going to be mudaf and the ma'dud will be mudaf ilayh. That's number 2. Number 3, please write it down as I'm dictating. Number 3, the ma'dud will be nakira. Number 4, the ma'dud will be plural. The ma'dud will be what? Will be plural. So those are the 4 things that you need to take note of. Now, if this is understood, now how do you say 3 female students? 3 female students.
ثلاثة طلاب.
No, that is still 3 male students. You're saying 3 male students. ثلاثة طلاب. But how do you say 3 female students?
ثلاثة طلابات.
No. Okay, let me help you with the female student. Female student is طالبات. طالبة, then طالبات. Okay, that's the plural. The plural of a female student is طالبات. طالبة. طالب, singular. طالبة. You understand that? طالب,
Yes.
and طالبة. طالبة. We have that. Okay, these are singular. Now for the plural, for plural of طالب, you say طلاب. Yeah, you say you say طلاب. طلاب. Now
طلاب.
for طالبة, you say طالبات. You say what? طالبات. So, but when it comes to numbering, ثلاثة طلاب. All right, because it's masculine. So you say ثلاثة. You use ثلاثة. That is the gender of the adad. Please, did you write down the 4 principles that I just mentioned now? Did you write it down? You did not write as I was dictating. You did not write down?
I didn't get off.
Okay. I'm going to dictate again. Please, whoever has not written it should write. I will dictate again.
Okay.
For Counting, if you are counting from 3 to 10, these are the following principles that you must obey. Number one, first of all, you have to get the two parts, adad and ma'dud. Do you understand that? You know what is adad, you know what is ma'dud, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Once that is established, the following 4 principles has to be obeyed. Number one, the adad and ma'dud must be in opposite gender. Number one, the adad and the ma'dud must be in opposite gender. That is, if the ma'dud is masculine, your adad will be feminine. Please, are we together?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If the adad is masculine, then the ma'dud will be feminine. Rather, if the ma'dud is masculine, then the ma'dud is the one that is dictating for the adad. Take note of that. We have to consider the ma'dud, the gender of the ma'dud, before you choose your adad. So the first principle is the ma'dud and the adad must be opposite in gender. Is that taken? Can I move on?
Yes.
Yes.
Number two, the second principle. Number two is that the relationship between the adad and ma'dud is evolved relationship. The relationship between adad and the ma'dud is evolved relationship. Take note of that, please. Are we together? Is that taken? That's second point.
Yes.
Okay. Now the third point. Now we say that the ma'dud is going to be nakira. The ma'dud is nakira, that is indefinite. The ma'dud is nakira, that is, it is indefinite. Okay. That's number 3. Number 4, the ma'dud will be plural. The ma'dud will be plural. Please write down these 4 principles. The ma'dud will be plural. So let's take note of those plurals, those principles. You might be asked in the exam or test to list the principles that must be followed when counting 3 to 10. When counting from 3 to 10. Now, these 3 principles are what we are going to apply. So we want to say 3 masculine students. Emphasis on the masculine. So now, what would be the gender of our number now? In the beginning of this lesson, I've counted 1 to 10, giving you both masculine and feminine gender. واحد واحدة اثنان اثنتان ثلاثة ثلاثة أربع أربعة خمس خمسة ست ستة سبع سبعة ثمان ثمانية تسع تسعة عشر عشرة or عشرة. I will go on that. Now, 3 students, masculine students. Yes, Sister Mupia, how do we say 3 masculine students? Three masculine students. And I've also said that Talib is student. Talib, 1 student. Right?
ثلاثة طلاب.
ثلاثة طلاب. Thank you. Aha. ثلاثة طلاب. Are we together? ثلاثة طلاب. Now, how do we say three feminine students now? Three feminine students. Three feminine students. That still goes to Sister Mukia. Three feminine students. You done well with the one?
طلابة.
No. For students, let's take note. Wait. طالب, that's a student masculine. A student. طالبة, طالبة, that is a female, masculine, a female student, singular. Now, for the plural, طلاب. طلاب is for masculine. طلاب. Okay. طلاب. For feminine, you say طالبات. We have taught how. Did you understand the lesson about formation of plurals, sound plurals, and sound masculine and sound feminine plural? Did you understand the lesson? Were you there when we had the lesson?
Yes.
Okay, but you don't understand it. So you just had. We said that for you to form a masculine sound feminine plural, first of all, طالبة, remove the ta, that round ta, remove it, and then replace it with a alif and an open ta. طالبات. So this ba is still there, but we have removed this round ta to replace it with alif and a open ta. طالبات. طالي what? طالبات. Is that taken?
طالبات.
Aha. So muslimatun, what is the plural of muslimatun?
مسلمة.
Yeah, muslimatun. What's the plural of muslimatun?
مسلمات.
Yeah, muslimatun. It has to end. Yeah, muslimatun. So what's the plural of muti'atun? We have muti'atun. What's the plural?
مطمات.
No, muti'atun. That's your name. What's the plural of your name? Muti. We have muti'atun, right? So I'm gonna do that. Let me write it. Yes, it's just the way you just have to know how to write your name. Once you know how to do that in Arabic, and then it's not hard. It's not difficult. Okay, so let's have it now. This is your name, Muti. Okay, son who is obedient to Allah. Muti. Muti'atun. Yeah, that's what we have. So what's going to be the plural? I just said how to do it. You remove the ta.
مطيعة.
No, muti'atun. You're still saying ta. There's no ta there.
Okay.
Muti'atun. Okay, that's what we have. Is that right? Muti'atun.
Yeah.
This is muti'atun. So we remove this round ta and replace it with alif and ta. Muti'atun. Okay. All right. So
yes,
if we have jamilatun, what's going to be the plural of jamilatun?
جميلات.
Barakallahu fiqh, jamilatun. So we just remove that. The small ta and then okay. Now let's go back to counting 3 students. The question is still to be answered by Sister Mutia. So how do we say 3 students now? 3 feminine students. Please write down as you are. You have to drop in.
ثلاثة طلابات. I don't know. I don't really understand.
It's not hard. Okay. Tolibat. Tolibat is plural. First of all, you have to understand that Tolibat. Okay. Tolibatun is the plural. Is that clear?
Yes.
Tolibatun. Can you repeat? Can you say Tolibatun again?
Tolibatun.
That's the plural, right? The principle
Yes.
now. The principle now says that from the principle, your number must be the opposite of your ma'dud in gender. So Tolibatun. Now, what is 3? First of all, what is 3 in Arabic? Both masculine and feminine.
ثلاثة.
Okay, masculine.
Masculine.
Yeah, what's the masculine of thalathatun? Okay, you did not start. Oh, you missed 1 to 3. See, okay. Now thalathu. This is why you should not come late to class. You are taking us back because you came late. Thalathun. Thalathun. That's the plural. Sorry, that's the masculine. Thala what? Thalathun. And the plural, the feminine is thalathatun. The feminine is what?
Thalathatun.
Yes. So the masculine is thalathun. Can you please repeat that?
Thalathun.
And then the feminine is thalathatun. So we said that if the ma'dud is feminine, then your added will be what?
Masculine.
Masculine. Now, so we want to say 3 feminine students. So how do you say it? Okay, let me help you on that anyways, so that I will just give you another. Okay, I'll give you an assignment anyways, and anyone will have to submit. So we say, now, first of all, let's talk about students. 3 students, 3 masculine students. Masculine student, emphasis on the masculine. Tulab. Please, Sister Mutia, pay a very good attention here. Tulabun is masculine. Tulabun is masculine. So that is why the number, can you see? The number is thalathatun. Your number must be the opposite in gender to the added, to the ma'dud. Is that taken now? The number will have to be the opposite of the tulab. So you say thalathatu tulabin. Okay? Thalathatu tulabin. Okay, now, if that is understood, please write it down. Thalathatu tulabin. So for feminine, I want to say 3 feminine students. So I will say thalathu. Thalathu. Okay, thalathu talibatin. Thalathu talibatin. So thalathu talibatin. Now look at what is happening here. Talibat is a feminine. So thalathu. So we chose thalathu. Is that taken? So that is what happened there. Okay, let me call on another person. Yeah, brother Rufai. I think you've been here in this class. So can you help us with 4 masculine students? 4 masculine students. Yes, are we together? Okay. If while waiting for him, brother Rashid, are we together?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So yes, please help us with 4 masculine students.
Arba'atu tulabin.
MashaAllah. Arba'atu. Arba'atu. Tullabin. Arba'atu tullabin. Arba'atu tullabin. Barakallahu fik. So how about 4 feminine students? Yes, 4 feminine students. Yes, Brother Rashid, we still need the help. Okay, I think he left. Yeah, 4 feminine students. Who's gonna help in this case? Yeah, Brother Rufai, are we together? 4 feminine students. Okay, Sister Mopia, do you understand now? Can you now do 4 feminine students now? If 4 masculine students is arba'atu tullabin, arba'atu, right? So first of all, what is the masculine of arba'atu? I think you met that point. Arba'atu is feminine. So what's going to be the masculine of arba'atu?
Arbaha.
No, you just have to say arba'u. Okay, I think that's where you have the issue. Arba'a is still the same. Arba'a is same thing as arba'atun. Well, if you hear people say arba'a, they're saying arba'atun as well, because sometimes we have to remove the ta. You have to be silent on the ta. So if I say arba'a, if I say arba'atul labin, you should know that I'm saying arba'atu, because sometimes I just feel like I remove the ta. Now, okay, arba'u. Arba'u. You have to, this lesson is recorded. You have to watch it from A to Z so that you can get, the numbering. Arba'u is masculine. Arba'un, masculine. And then feminine, arba'atun. Okay? Arba'atun. Arba'atun. So how do you now say? How do you now say 4 feminine student? 4 feminine student. Yeah, please. The video is over 1 hour now. We don't want it to be too long. So the lesson will stop now. Yes, how do you say 4 students? 4 feminine students. I've said arba'u is masculine, arba'atu is feminine. So you just have to plug in the right pronoun, the right plural word. For feminine student.
Arbahatu tulab.
Arba'atu tullabin is for masculine.
Tulab.
That's for masculine, but for feminine now. For feminine, you have to, the gender will change. It's just the gender that will change. Just alternate the gender. From the principle that I taught you, you have to alternate the gender. Okay, Sister Jamila, can you help us out? For feminine students. Yeah.
أربع طالبات.
أربع طالبات. I think you understand now, Sister Mutia. أربع طالبات. Okay, so just take your time to study it. And we stop here, inshallah. I'll give an assignment. And then the assignment has to be submitted. And so we'll review it in the next lesson. This is about numbering from 1 to 10. So watch the video so you can understand before you try on the assignment. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Any question before we go? Okay, so whatever question you have, you can always send it to the group, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Khitaman wabtila.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Naam, inshallah.